Right now, you are looking at the Sony ZV-E10 in intelligent auto mode. Now, intelligent auto mode is a mode where the camera literally does everything for you. You don't have to do anything except turn it on and point it where you want it to shoot and hit the record button. Now, the reason for this mode is if you just want to get going really quickly, and let's say you don't have too much knowledge about cameras. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to test this mode to see if you can really grab the camera, pick it up, turn it on, and just use it. But before we do that, if you already have this camera, I'm going to show you how to turn on the automatic intelligent mode. Or is it intelligent auto? I believe it's intelligent auto. Now the thing is, there are two versions of it. There's intelligent auto for photos, and then there's intelligent auto for videos. Today, we're just going to be looking at the intelligent auto for video. So this is how you turn it on. Now, the first thing you want to do is press the function button. Now, after you press the function button, navigate over to the shoot mode icon and press enter. Now, after pressing enter, you will see a list of options, and you want to scroll until you get to intelligent auto. Now, you'll notice these two orange arrows next to the intelligent auto mode, and this indicates that there are different options within the mode. One is for photo and the other is for video. Now today, we're only focusing on the intelligent video mode, so you'll want to select the green icon. Now that you set your camera to intelligent auto mode, let's talk about how auto mode actually works. So we're in the night now, but the camera is still set to intelligent auto mode. Now, the way that intelligent auto mode works is there is a predefined list that Sony has here of scenes, they call it. Now, each of these scenes will dictate what the camera will do in certain situations. So the scenes are portrait, infant, night portrait, night scene, backlight portrait, backlight, landscape, macro, spotlight, low light, night scene using a tripod, and handheld twilight. Now, these are a bunch of scenes, and it's amazing that the camera is able to do all this. But in my testings, I found it to not be that great, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that.
Lightning, keeping it exciting. You know exactly what to do to blow my mind. You're from another planet. I've never felt like this. I don't know how I ever survived without it. I'm starry-eyed. Got me upside down, spinning around you. Wanna taste the clouds, dance with the moon. Take a trip around your body. Boy, I love the way you got me. Starry-eyed, got me starry-eyed. This bed is out of space, just keep.
Everything is an automatic. I'm not controlling the white balance, the shutter speed, the aperture. It's doing literally everything for me. So we're gonna see how this all turns out. It does a pretty good job for the most part, I will say. It switches between the different scenes, which is interesting. Like I'm coming up in a place right now with a lot of light, so let's see what it does. And I'm shooting with the Sigma 16mm 1.4. So it looks like it's going into backlight mode right now. So my face is really dark, it's exposing for what's behind me and not my face. So walking through a wooded area is the ultimate test. And the reason why is because I just made that up. Walking through the woods means nothing. But I'm just checking out to see what's back here, really. But anyway, it seems to favor the background a lot. It exposes for what's ever behind me. All right, so this is me exposing for my face over the background. You can see me better. So I have to look into this a little bit more to see what it is. So I'm gonna do a couple more tests and see what we can find. So we're in the car now, still on intelligent auto, and it looks like the ZV-E10 is properly exposing my face. Now before, it looks like it was trying to expose for the background. And I think what the problem is the metering mode. So metering is what the camera uses to expose properly. And you can have different metering modes where it's like spot metering, or you could put your meter in different areas. So if it's on a bright spot, or if it's in the corner and that's where you want it to get its exposure from, whatever in the corner is what's going to be properly exposed, and everything else doesn't have priority. So I'm gonna see if I can change that in the camera and do it to just center weight it, and we'll see what happens. So we have let the sun go down just a bit to see if this will help with the background, but it looks like the metering mode is still controlled by the camera. It seems to be pretty good other than that one thing. I mean, this is completely usable. Everything's automatic, and this is for somebody who's not gonna be controlling anything. This isn't aperture priority mode. This is 100% intelligent auto. So every aspect of the camera is being controlled by the camera. I'm gonna try to get some more B-roll here, being that the sun has went down just a little bit. I'm also shooting with the Sigma, so it's got a wider range of things it can do. So it seems like it should be doing pretty good on that. So let's just get some more B-roll and see what we got. I wish there was a way that you could change where it meters, because that would affect the whole system and you could have a little bit more control of it. But I guess because it's supposed to be intelligent auto, then that's what it's supposed to be able to do. Now, I will say that with cell phones and things like that, the technology seems to be a lot better in cell phones with detecting white balance and detecting scenes and different things like that. Because even right now, I feel like my white balance is off just looking at the screen here. It doesn't look like it's quite on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to manually set up the shot here, and we're going to compare it and see if it looks any different. So let's do that right now. So here we go. This is manual setting. I have all the settings the way I typically have it with my other camera. This is what you get right out of the camera without doing anything. And now I'm going to do something to the picture now to get it to how I normally have it, like this. Now, this is what we typically are used to when I'm shooting with my other camera. But overall, I will say intelligent auto works pretty good. It's not the best. I will say that iPhones, especially like an iPhone 13, when it comes down to things like white balance and metering for the correct exposure, the phones are gonna win, in my opinion, hands down. Now, I haven't done any extensive testing, but I've done pretty good testing with one lens, the Sigma 16mm. And since this is one of the lenses that I recommend with this camera and that a lot of people have bought with this camera, that's why I want to do a real world test with this here. Again, I believe this camera is great, but I would encourage everybody to learn how to use the camera. Even if you're going to use aperture priority mode, I think that might even be better because it still gives you some control over things. And again, I would recommend using something like an ND filter. All of these tests were with no ND filter. We just wanted to see what the camera would do. But I think that if you use an ND filter to cut down on the light and things like that, you're going to get a better outcome when you're outside. If you liked the video, leave a comment. I'm out. Peace.